Welcome to This Explainer. Right now, it feels like literally everyone on the internet, including that cousin of yours who was heavily pushing crypto last year, is talking about making money with AI. You've probably heard the exact same advice on repeat. Learn AI, start a side hustle, and make money straight from your laptop. But here's the thing. Just knowing that artificial intelligence is powerful doesn't actually tell you what you should be doing with it. So today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're pulling directly from our source material to look at realistic, actionable paths for building an AI-assisted side hustle in 2026, and we're doing it with little to no upfront money. We are completely skipping the hype and focusing on actual skills and services that real people will genuinely pay for. But okay, before we dive into the specific strategies, let's clear the air and address the massive elephant in the room. Can one single AI prompt make you $500 by tomorrow? The answer is a resounding no way. Look, we have all seen the toxic get-rich-quick spam out there making these types of ridiculous promises. If anyone guarantees you instant overnight income from just one AI tool, you should be incredibly skeptical. Despite what the internet gurus might claim, zero sustainable businesses were built overnight by just begging a chatbot to make me rich. Real businesses have uncertainty, and creating real value takes actual effort. All right, let's get into the AI hustle reality, shifting from magic buttons to real value. So, if we aren't hunting for some magic push-button solution, what does building a sustainable AI side hustle actually look like? Well, it comes down to a clear distinction between an amateur and a professional mindset. The amateur approach, that's selling yourself as someone who just presses a button to generate AI content. Let's be honest, that isn't a business model. Literally anyone can open up an AI tool. The professional approach is entirely different. It's about understanding your customer's business on a deep level, and then using AI to speed up the production of whatever it is they actually need. The customer's paying for the polished, finished result and the precious time you're saving them. They're definitely not paying for your access to an AI model. Moving on to 10 realistic AI side hustles, grouped by skill and service. To save you some serious time, we've taken the 10 side hustles detailed in our source material and logically organized them into 3 main categories based on the required skills and the services provided. First up, let's look at content and marketing hustles. I want you to really notice the dynamic here between the AI advantage and the human value added. For services like content creation, short-form video editing, or freelance writing, AI provides an absolutely undeniable advantage when it comes to speed. We're talking brainstorming, generating first drafts, pulling video transcripts in seconds. But the human, that's you, provides the actual value and the quality control. You are the one fact-checking. You're the one adjusting the pacing of a video so it actually feels natural, matching a brand's unique voice on social media, and ensuring a presentation tells a compelling story rather than just being a bunch of pretty slides. Okay, moving over to digital products and web services, the exact same rule applies. Yes, an AI can quickly spit out a landing page or organize a massive digital guide for you, but your human value added is clarity and usefulness. The goal here is absolutely not to generate massive volumes of generic 100-page AI ebooks just because you can. Trust me, nobody wants to read those. One genuinely useful digital product, like a highly specific content planning toolkit for, say, a local real estate agent, is infinitely more valuable than dozens of low-quality generic products. Our third group covers data and outreach hustles. This includes research services, lead generation, and building AI micro tools. Now, I really need to point out that these data-heavy services come with a huge level of responsibility. AI systems are notoriously bad at sometimes misunderstanding sources or completely hallucinating facts out of thin air. So if you're delivering competitor research to a client, you literally cannot just copy and paste an AI response into a PDF. You have got to check the original sources and separate facts from assumptions. Delivering hallucinated data to a paying client isn't just a tiny mistake, it is the absolute fastest way to ruin your reputation permanently. And for micro tools, sure, AI can help you prototype fast, but your human job is to actually validate that the customer has a painful problem they'll pay to solve in the first place. All right, Section 3, the $0 myth, what starting for free actually means. Let's pump the brakes for a second to address a massive misconception in the AI space regarding business costs. You hear start for free everywhere right now, but what does that actually mean? The crucial point you need to understand is this. Starting with $0 does not mean you're going to have zero business costs forever. That's just not reality. It simply means you can begin the process of learning and validating your idea using the free tiers of AI software, public learning resources, and the laptop or phone you already own. You do all this without making a major upfront financial investment. Basically, you prove your concept actually works before you start throwing your hard-earned cash at paid software, expensive hosting, or ads. So before you spend a single dime, you need to run through this validation checklist. Ask yourself, can you create something useful? Can you find someone who actually needs it? Can you physically deliver it to them, get their honest feedback, and then improve it based on what they say? If you can confidently answer yes to all of these questions, then and only then are you ready to invest more capital into your growing business. Getting your first customer, outreach over overlearning. This brings us right to the action phase. Because frankly, spending weeks hiding in your bedroom, endlessly learning how to use the latest AI tools is completely useless if you never actually talk to a potential buyer. You need outreach. And the crazy part? It is incredibly simple to stand out from the crowd here. Most beginners totally fail because they engage in awful outreach. They send these massive, generic paragraphs to hundreds of people with empty, guaranteed promises. Good outreach, on the other hand, is just showing that you did a tiny bit of basic research on their business and then offering a specific improvement. For example, try creating 2 or 3 personalized sample video clips for a target client using their own public footage, and just send that over. Boom. It demonstrates your ability immediately instead of making some empty, annoying promise. While we're on the topic of what to do, we absolutely must cover the clear boundaries of building an AI business. Do not mass-produce repetitive content expecting algorithms to magically reward you. Never, ever fake customer testimonials. And whatever you do, do not scrape another creator's copyrighted material and just tell an AI to rewrite it for you. Avoid making unverified health or financial claims at all costs, and please do not spam thousands of people with automated messages. Taking these shortcuts might seem super easy right now, but it will absolutely ruin your new business before it even gets off the ground. I want you to listen to this dynamic shift from our sources, because it's a real game changer. The scarce resource isn't content anymore. The scarce resource becomes attention, trust, originality, expertise, and distribution. Think about it. If anyone on Earth can use AI to generate 100 pieces of content in 5 minutes, content itself is no longer valuable by itself. In an era of infinite AI-generated noise, your human judgment, your original expertise, and the genuine trust you build with your clients, those are your true competitive advantages. All right, the 7-day AI challenge from idea to outreach in 1 week. With all of that in mind, it is time to get moving. Let's look at a practical, high-energy roadmap drive straight from our source material to get you started immediately. Notice just how compressed this timeline is. We are moving fast. On days 1 and 2, don't pick 5 different hustles to try. Pick exactly one and learn the basic tools for it. Days 3 to 5 are all about creating your first 2 samples and setting up a super simple portfolio. And by day 6 and 7, you are already identifying potential customers, sending that personalized outreach we just talked about, and actively asking for feedback. Now listen closely. The goal here isn't necessarily to land a high-paying customer by day 7. The objective is to learn exactly what the market actually wants based on real live interactions. Once you do finally land that first customer, scaling up follows a very specific sequence. You deliver an excellent results, and then you explicitly ask for client feedback. You use that feedback to improve your workflow and create a repeatable process that you can do with your eyes closed. Only then do you gradually increase your capacity to take on more. Following these exact steps is how you organically turn a simple freelance gig into a larger agency, a specialized software tool, or a thriving digital product business over time. We've covered a ton of ground today, but I want to leave you with this final, absolutely crucial thought. Stop asking what AI tool is trending on social media today. That's a distraction. Instead, ask yourself, who has a problem that you can actually solve? When you focus on human problems instead of shiny AI objects, you build lasting value. So, as you close this explainer, I want you to look around your industry. What is the very first human problem you are going to solve tomorrow?